this can be one of the most abundant years of your life if you choose to do the following. Welcome or welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I'm Shika, your conscious mentor, and today I will be celebrating with you the Lunar New Year for 2022 and the year of the tiger. I actually had another video spaced out and planned for today, but I decided to actually record this because there's so many channeled messages that have been coming up, and I really wanted to share what is the significance of the tiger, especially with so much shifting right now and the intensity of the energies. So I'm really excited to celebrate with you the Lunar New Year of 2022. If you do celebrate it, I think we all do because we're all so connected. Happy Lunar New Year, and I cannot wait to share this with you. So before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put notification bells so you don't miss a video. I do videos weekly, and also if you feel called to go deeper with your healing, don't forget to sign up for the Quartz Vortex. Down below we have the sliding scale so anyone can access this, and this is a space where you can heal it all in 1 year, especially if it is the year of the tiger. Let me just tell you, there's going to be a lot of strength that is required for us to go deeper, and a lot of other deeper messages that are coming in. So I cannot wait for this. Now let's get into the meaning for this Lunar New Year, the tiger, and what exactly does it mean. So I've been tuning into the energy of the tiger, and the past couple days leading up to this Lunar New Year has been felt with aggression, anger, and release, and happiness and strength. So many emotions, and I don't know if anyone else has been feeling it. Keep in mind that the celebration of the Lunar New Year of 2022 is the same time of the New Year in Aquarius. I actually did a video on the top things you need to know about the Aquarius new moon. You can go check that out. But there's a lot of synchronizations. It's crazy, and I really do feel like we need to tune in as a collective as what is the power of the year of the tiger. What does that mean? So the first thing that came in is strength of self and strength of the collective. So as we're seeing, is the tiger energy is a lot about strength. It's knowing that its paws are light within the earth, but it also holds a lot of space of strength within ourselves. So during the year of the tiger, for this Lunar New Year, we're bringing in strength in yourself in the times where the whole world has been going through so much strain, so much exhaustion, so much stress, so much just frustration. And right now, as you guys know, there is this kind of Aquarius energy of rebellion and you know, a lot going on. I'm currently in Canada, so everything going on in the world with the convoy and everything. I'm not going to get into politics with that, but we're just feeling this shake that's happening. And the tiger has strength, but there's a double-edged sword. There's a duality with it. It also represents aggression. So where there is strength, there could be aggression at the peak of its energy. And we have to allow ourselves to see in our love and our light that we're holding space of the tiger, of this strong but gentle heart. So asking yourself this year, how can I have soft authority and strength through the changes that I'm moving through what I'm calling in for this new year? And like I said, I don't really celebrate the new year for January. I find the new year is different for every person, and this is a great representation of the Lunar New Year's. The Chinese New Year's it's celebrated in February, and I really do think that the new year starts in February, in March for a lot of people, and I will attest to that. So bringing in strength and bringing in that space for you. How are you bringing strength in your boundaries for yourself for the new year? How are you bringing strength in the resistance of the collective right now? There is so much resistance happening, but we have to come back to the one powerful energy, which is love. So even though the tiger is powerful and it prays and it does all these things, its strength, it is considered one of the biggest cat energies of the jungle. It still has this gentleness and this love and this strength within it. So I'm going to pull out a card because I feel called to pull out a card for the strength card. So loyal heart. I don't really need to explain too much about this. So bringing in our loyal heart, bringing in our hearts in ourselves, bringing in our heart and our space and our love, and knowing that we can be in strength. And even though when we face aggression, how can we be committed to love regardless of people having different perspectives? As during this new moon is kind of this revelation of the earth rumbling. We can feel the pause of the tiger slowly walking into this energy. So here we're really calling in the change of the heart, the strength of the heart, you know, the vitality of the heart. And this is going to go in, remember vitality, because I'm going to go back to that in a bit. The second meaning of the tiger for this Lunar New Year, Lunar Chinese New Year 2022, is that the rise of the feminine. Oh my gosh. I will say right now that I had a beautiful ceremony, and it was an indigenous ceremony for my birthing of my drum. And it was very, very powerful. And one of the things that came up for me was the vision I saw in there. And the vision is so personal to me, but what I will share with you is that there has been this theme of a lot of feminine beings. Doesn't matter if you're male, female, or whatever gender that you hold space. We all have feminine and masculine within us, and we are being able to learn how to really foster that soft authority of strength from the tiger of our heart and coming in with love. So the feminine's all about allowing ourselves to have pleasure and happiness this life and this year, especially the past 2 years, knowing that when we create pleasure and happiness and laughter, that our health and our whole well-being will be more abundant and happy. So there is a rise of the feminine leadership happening. I am predicting, I'm going to share it here online for you guys, but you will start to see more feminine beings being leaders. There's going to be a shift, whether that is in prime minister kind of line or president, you know, kind of thing that's going to move around. But this aggression that's happening is moving through the fire of love, through the feminine. So really asking us, how can we hone into that feminine? How can we hone into the feminine of the space? And when we look at a lot of the lions or the feminine energy of the jungle, I always say that nature teaches us something. What do we notice? That the feminine, the females, hunt. They're the ones that hunt. They're the ones that bring the food. They're the ones that bring the energy and the vitality to their family, to the masculine, to the collective. So we've changed the definition of leadership. We've changed the definition of strength. Now vulnerability, now emotions is considered the strength that we need. And in this new year, we're going to start to see that. There's no more hiding behind masks. The tiger doesn't allow that, right? If we hide behind masks, then that's not going to allow ourselves to see the true essence of who we are. So during this Lunar Chinese New Year 2022, the year of the tiger, it's calling us to rise in your feminine. So if a lot of you have been scared to tap into your feminine, this is your call to do the shadow work and the healing, to work on your feminine this year. If a lot of you are naturally a feminine, well, you're going to notice that this is going to be probably a lighter year for you. Maybe you'll feel this calling of like, wow, I finally feel like I'm not different. I finally feel like this is the moment that this collective strain that's been going on, that they're calling leaders. I'm telling you, I've been sharing this with a lot of people, that Spirit is calling leaders, they're calling healers, they're calling light workers, they're calling people to support and to come in to bring the time of the Aquarius. So during the fact, like I said, this new moon is in this energy during the Aquarius season, we're starting to see this kind of uproot of this feminine divine energy. So again, I'm calling you in, and if you feel like you're ready to be a healer, ready to be a leader, please join Quartz Vortex 2.0. There is a sliding scale available because, like I said, I want every single one of you who feel this calling to be a leader to have the access to do so. And you get access to being mentored by me through the whole 365 days. So through this whole energy of tiger, moving into this tiger essence and coming into it fully, which is amazing. So go sign up down below. We're starting that deeply. You'll get access to a high vibrational community, and we're going to be tapping into this essence and seeing you tap into your power. If you are being triggered, if you feel fear, if you feel any of that coming in the rumble underneath the earths that's beneath you, this is your calling. You know, I had this conversation, and this goes into the tiger. They always say never wake up a tiger, right? And what I'm trying to say is right now we're being wakened by the softness of the shakes of the earth, and the tiger within you is wakening up. So whether that is you're getting triggered right now in your life, you're starting to see things a little bit of a different point, you're at a point where you're just like, I don't even know what to do, but I want everything that I know where I'm meant to be, but I don't know how to get there. Again, Quartz Vortex 2.0 is going to help you with that. And again, I'm calling you to tap into your tiger feminine essence. Tap into that cat energy, because we all have it. The third thing you need to know about the meaning of the tiger for this Chinese Lunar New Year for 2022 is we're calling in this aggressive energy. So there's two essences of this. We're seeing aggressive as a way out of our heart. And what I'm trying to say is aggressive meaning power. So some of you are being aggressive to end and cut cords. You're being called in the tiger to lose it all, to rebirth it again. This is such a deep, powerful download. Losing it all to regain above and beyond everything again. If you can think right now that the strength that you have within you, you are able to do something that scares you, and tap into that and find that you are willing to risk it all and not play it safe, then you know you're in the space. You know, there was something that I was talking about with a group of my sisters, and the thing that comes in, and I want you to stick with this. If you play it safe in life, you're going to get safe results. So if you play it safe with your feminine energy, if you play it safe with your masculine energy, if you play it safe with your abundance, if you play it safe with anything, because you fear something and you know that there's something beyond that, then you are going to get safe results. You're going to get mediocre results. So the year of the tiger during this Lunar New Year 2022 is all about the essence of, we're hearing this aggressiveness from the external to ripple what's within you. Like I said a few days ago, I was feeling this anger and pain because I needed to release a lot of karmic endings. We just went through karmic endings. The past 3 days before the Lunar New Year, the Chinese New Year, has been us ending karmic endings to come into this space. So any karmic endings you've had about abundance, things that don't even have anything to do with you, but you've been carrying on from your lineage, there's been a cycle that has ended. It could have been an 18-month cycle. It's a cycle that's been ending. Okay? And for some of you, that might be even 10 to 18 years as well. So really tap into that, knowing that doesn't matter what it is. I want you to tune in yourself. And this could be a great shadow work prompt to reflect on for this Tiger New Year, this Lunar New Year, is what are the old paradigms that are ending? And when did these old paradigms start, to kind of get an idea of where you were at that time? Where does it start? Where's the root of this? You know, what are the old systems that are being ended collectively in the world? Politics, we're seeing that. We're seeing that in political aspects. We're seeing that in leadership with the tiger. We're seeing that with the definition of feminine, of motherhood, of so many things, of fatherhood, of being as a human soul, as a person. We're seeing what are the old habits that you have remained within your ancestral lineage from your mom, from your father, that's being an ending. So gaining a deeper strength of those old paradigms to allow yourself to move away from it. And sometimes we need to be triggered for us to understand what is still alive in the cells of the body and the human suit that we live in our soul. So this is huge, like so huge. Another big thing is when we look at aggressiveness, the tiger is also connected, which is not in the Chinese culture, but I'm tying it in. That's why I said we're all celebrating the Lunar New Year's, the Chinese New Year's. It's a collective celebration, and why I felt called to this is that the tiger is also connected to the goddess, the being of Shiva. So Shiva, the animal, if you look into it, is the tiger, and the tiger is the energy of destruction. So almost like Kali energy. And I'm gonna pull out a card because I feel called to. I've been spooting out downloads for you guys. Let's pull out a card. So what this is calling us with Shiva, as soon as I said that, 4 cards came out for us. Before I look into them, I want to share what's on my heart. So Shiva is really telling us what is needed to be destructed. Like I said, the tiger is calling us to lose it all, to risk it all, to stop playing safe, and to tap into your intuition. It doesn't have to make human sense why you have to do this. It doesn't have to make human sense why you need to go halfway across the world, date this person, start this new business, become a healer, you know, quit your job, whatever it is that is living in you. It doesn't have to even be that big. It could be, you know, going vegan, or changing your lifestyle, or deciding to go for walks every morning, or starting a meditation practice. It doesn't have to be big, but all I'm saying is that it's distraction. We're talking about really deep shifts that are going to change the vitality of who you are, your whole human body. And this is going to go back into one of the next steps that I'm going to go into, but I want to go over these cards because they are just so calling to me. So great teacher, learn your spiritual experiences. Okay. So we have the dove energy, which is love. And again, we're going back to that card here, which is the loyal heart. And the loyal heart's calling us to be in compassion, but also to commit to our hearts, to commit to ourselves, right? So when we look at that in the great teacher, which the great teacher is teaching us, you know, what is being taught. And this great teacher can be your higher self. This great teacher can be a spiritual teacher. This great teacher could be here, me mentoring you, what I'm sharing with you. The great teacher can be anything, but it's a spiritual experience. So learning that the aggressiveness that's occurring, that's creating this trigger, is giving you a spiritual experience to awaken what are the old paradigms you have to let go. What is the strength, the deeper strength that it's pushing you. To get strength, you have to be uncomfortable. And this is what the teacher is teaching you. Heart guardian, so much heart energy. Love and let yourself be loved. So a lot of you are asking for love, asking for certain people in your life, but you're not willing to receive it. So during this tiger energy, this tiger year for the Chinese Lunar New Year 2022, it's calling us to come into love, to come back to our hearts, to come back to what really matters. You know, if you can allow yourself to have more play with the tiger, just think of a tiger playing. You know, tigers fish for things sometimes and play in the water, but they also hunt, and they're very, very determined for what they want. They have that aggressiveness, but it's the aggressiveness is the passion that they have for something. It's the animalistic aspect of ourselves. But if we turn that aggressiveness and that anger that we're holding in these old paradigms into love, the heart can really teach us all of it. And I'm going to actually read this one because I feel called to. And I feel like this one's really going to hit home for a lot of you. And what's coming through for me as another download is eat heart chakra foods. So kiwis, have a green juice, anything that's green is going to be really good around this time, going into the whole February. Please focus on your heart chakra. It's going to help you. Welcome with open arms opportunities to give and receive. So they always say those who are willing, if you just do this, your arms are you're going to feel your heart open a little bit. Open your arms to what you're willing to receive. What are you not receiving right now? Whether it is the shadow of a truth or the light of a truth, whatever it is. The heart guardian is angelic energy that can help you call for protection and guidance with all issues surrounding the heart. This is essentially the angel who helps you with the relationships, whether they are with yourself, family, or even romantic connections. She can enable you to move beyond any limiting fears about trust, discern whom to trust, and understand how you can move forward in balanced relationships with the person. So who is someone that you haven't been committing trust or you haven't felt trusting to? If so, this is a time for you to create love in that and to understand what is being ignited here. The next card we have is the Trader. Exchange energy and create abundance. So a lot of you guys are being called to understand that your energy can be exchanged and knowing that that is abundant as well. So even asking yourself, what can I offer to the world during the year of the tiger? So leaders, healers, I'm calling you in. Like I said, Spirit's just calling them in. And I know there's a lot of you on this end. Again, what can you offer to the world? What can you give as your energy? Even regardless of what your situation is, what can you give that can still be on the venture of where you're meant to be? How can you give from your heart? Whether that's in your family relationships, friendships, strangers, people at the grocery store, or even like you wanting to go into the space of work. This is important. I love this card. I swear this card's for me and for you. Shaman, trust the higher forces. I've been getting so much deep work. Been doing such deep dream work lately for all different realms. So How are we trusting the forces of, even though we're feeling the equator of the earth, we're feeling the anger, we're feeling the aggression outside of ourselves? How can you still be? This is something that came up for me and I'm going to share with you, and it's one of my favorite quotes, is that take the pain in grace. Allow yourself to be in grace. And what grace means, not to completely be poised, but perhaps just allow yourself to be, take that in and know that the pain that you receive, the trigger that you receive, is strengthening the heart, is calling you deeper into your heart. So that's beautiful. The fourth thing you need to know about this Chinese Lunar New Year's 2022 is good health. So a lot of us are being called to do health. I don't know about you, but this has been such a big thing even before the Lunar New Year's, the Chinese New Year's 2022. The tiger element, the tiger energy is calling us to be healthy. So really being mindful of, you know, our just mindful health. Like, what is your mind diet like? What are you watching on TV? Are you constantly scrolling at the aggression that's going on in the world and it's calling you to have igniting anger? Or are you looking at, how can I come from my heart for those who are in aggression? How can I come from a space of love for myself? How can I come from a space of love to receive and open my heart? You know, we're all in this together. No matter what side you are in the past couple years, I will say that we can't get to the other side without each other. No matter if your neighbor has a completely different perspective than you. I think one of the biggest things I love about so many cultures and understanding is the one thing that unites us all is love. And that's what it's coming down to. During this Chinese Lunar New Year's that we're all celebrating, because we're all collectively connected, is understanding that the good health of our mind is important. The good health of our heart. That's why I said eat your green chakra foods, you know, leafy or green juices. Those are great. Kiwis. Those are going to help you very, very a lot. Add some greens in your foods and your dinners. Good health. Get the body moving. Create that prana energy with your breath. You know, I've been really focusing on breath, you know, especially right now as I do my advanced breathwork training. It's taught me again why I love breath and why I'm meant to do breath and why I incorporate breath, as you guys know, in my moon meditations and healings. It's so important. Without breath, we can't live. We are literally not here. I heard this amazing thing, and it's so beautiful. For this tiger energy, we are learning to be strengthful, but think of how a tiger moves when it goes in the jungle. It's gentle with its heart. It listens to the sounds around it. It's observant, right? A tiger can enjoy itself in the sun and play with the fish, catching them, even though some of them are too fast. But they don't allow themselves to look at the darkness of that and be like, oh, I didn't catch that fish. They just keep going and they keep playing when they want. They rest when they want. They hunt when they want. They play. They just enjoy life. But with that, they are so strong. They are so powerful. And we need to remember what is the power that is being ignited through this beautiful tiger year. Woo! And in your feminine, in your vitality. The feminine's connected to vitality, light force energy, which is the powerful energy we need to hold into. The next thing you need to know about this Chinese Lunar New Year 2022 is that it is connected to understanding, you know, what is in ourselves, what is in our structures. So this is huge, you know, really looking at what the structures are in ourselves and connecting with that. The last thing you need to know about this Lunar New Year 2022 and what the tiger means is protection of self. So really tuning into what to protect. And I'm going to actually call in the angel cards for protection. What is a card that we need to know for this Lunar New Year 2022 on protection? Oop, this card. Okay. So the Council card. And the Council card is beautiful because what this card represents is divine orchestration, helpers, and subtle realms. You are getting, some of you might be introduced to a new guide or a guide that you'll work with for a certain period of time. But there are certain guides that are calling you to come in, to call them in. I always say that everyone has guides, whether you've been able to see things in your meditations or not, but they will only show themselves if you actually, one, truly believe in them, and two, you don't fear them, so they don't scare you. And 3, allowing yourself to call them in through meditations. And you can even do a ceremony with your meditation. Do a meditation, call in the tiger. I'm calling in, I want to meditate with the tiger, and I want to call in any guides, any angels that are here for me that want to help and support me during this lunar new year, this year of the tiger. And you'll be surprised. Your room might be crowded with so many, but they're here for you to support you, to hold you, to help you with this. So this is all you need to know about this Chinese Lunar New Year 2022 and what does the tiger mean. I hope you can come back to this throughout this year to remind you what you are calling in. How is your leadership being ignited through the feminine? How are you holding strength in your heart? How are you holding space for your health? What are your priorities for those things? Because when you can do that, abundance will flow through you like no other. This can be one of the most abundant years of your life if you choose to do the following, but that's up to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed it for all of us celebrating happy Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year. And I'm sending so much love and light. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, as well as put a notification bell so you don't miss a video. And if you are ready to go deeper into your healing, or you are a healer yourself, a wounded healer, you're hearing the call to enter this space with the tiger, don't forget to join the Quartz Vortex. And the healers, join Quartz Vortex 2.0. I'm calling you in. There's a sliding scale so you can have access to it. And I will see you in your deepest essence of your leadership. Love you all. Bye.